What is going on, guys? It is Peacemaker here today, and I got some Battlefield 4 gameplay for you guys, and this is probably the first commentary I've done in a really long time. Thing is, I've not had a lot of time. Either that, I've just been playing with friends. I don't really record often. That's another reason why I haven't been seeing a lot of videos. It's just, I mean, doing all this myself, I mean, I know some people can do it, but, other people have the technology to make it easier for them. I mean, I do have a really good computer. I know you guys have seen it, and you're gonna be like, well, why don't you have the technology that like helps you? Well, the thing is, I see recording using Fraps slows my computer down greatly when I'm playing games, and that drives me nuts, and I just don't want to have to deal with it. So that's one of the reasons why I have not been recording and uploading lately. I mean, when I record, it's really for something stupid, something that happens really quickly, and it's really not worth uploading. I recorded this. I was gonna do something for school for my TV class, but I didn't really need to. So I just I'm kind of glad I kept them because I forgot I had them because I use them right now, so that's pretty cool. But this gameplay is actually kind of old. This was before like 2 patches ago, where they the first patch where they patched like the little bird on how fast or slow it got repaired, and that was a terrible patch that they should have never done because I had no problems with little birds. I mean, as long as you get like a whole squad with stingers and gangbang them, they'll have no chance. But I mean, now you can barely fly without 2 engineers at least, and that's a really big problem for people who like to fly them like me. So I like to fly little birds, and it's a problem because now I can't because DICE is being stupid and thinks that that's a problem. I mean, how fast they get repaired. I really don't think it's a problem. I haven't had a problem with it before. In fact, I thought it was a really good thing, and they also they really tore apart this game, and they really kind of ruined it. I may be the only person who thinks they ruined it before these patches, or after these patches. And I make a comment saying, oh, you're so weird because they finally fixed the game. It's like, well, there was nothing wrong with the game before, at least I think so. And now these patches completely ruined it. So it's like the little birds are so underpowered now. The AA is still monster OP and controls the map no matter how hard you try, or like how hard you try to avoid it. You still get shot down. What else? The 0 HP bug, that really pisses me off. It's just crazy, and I really think they fucked up this game even more than they needed to. So yeah. Before these patches, the game was really fun. There were a few bugs, but they were like technical bugs, like falling through the map. I mean, that I really didn't care because it only happened to me once ever since I started playing this game, because I got it at release and got it the first day it came out, and it only happened to me once, and it was like when I spawned into a wall. When I spawned on someone, I was like in a wall, and then I like fell through the map. I mean, yeah, it was weird. It happened on Operation Locker. Yeah. I think that, since it's the only time I fell through the map, I don't consider it a bad thing. I mean, if a lot of people have been doing it, I mean, it don't really matter. I mean, I don't care what other people feel about this game. I mean, if you're having problems, that's your fault. Before these patches, this game run perfectly fine. I mean, the game, it crashed, but, if you had the latest drivers from NVIDIA, because NVIDIA really makes sure that your game is going to run really good, except for Assassin's Creed 4, which doesn't seem to be running good at all. So, and that's a problem from the developer, not NVIDIA, unless they release more patches for it. I know a lot of people are having problems with this game on release because it was really laggy, and a lot of it was because you guys had AMD graphics cards, and I'm not trying to be a fanboy here, but it's true. All my friends have NVIDIA, and when we played the beta, the first day of beta, we heard it was super laggy for a lot of people because they kept typing in the chat, why the hell is this game so fucking laggy? It's like, well, maybe it's just because your graphics card sucks, or maybe your driver, they didn't release a driver yet. NVIDIA released a driver 2 days before the beta came out, and they wanted to make sure that their their customers were getting the best performance in the Battlefield 4 beta, and they did. They really made sure of that, and it ran like really good. I was the only one that could. I was the only one that could run that game like really good, and I think I was running that on my old 660 Ti. So yeah. But the game runs fine. I mean, on my 780. You know, I mean, people with AMD, I mean, for some reason they still think it's better, even though, like, I've heard so many things, like, bad things about the 290X. Oh my gosh, it's so good, but no, like, it gets mad hot, and I've heard someone, like, their graphics card melted on them, and it was ridiculous. I was like, well, that's kind of stupid. And, well, they got a refund, so they bought two 780 Ti's, so that's pretty awesome. I was like, I don't blame them. The 780 Ti is pretty good. I mean, I'm not a big fan of AMD, to be honest. I mean, like, their products are cheap, but they're just they're cheap as in cheap in cost and cheap in quality. Like, I've heard so many things wrong. Like, people having problems with all their AMD graphics. I mean, you know, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but like, it's kind of hard to not hear about these problems, and then you go and buy an NVIDIA saying, well, I'm having no problems with my graphics. And, you know, that's just how I feel. But, like, AMD processors, they're pretty good, like the CPUs and shit. You know, I have the 8350, and, yeah, I don't know why my video is lagging so much for some reason. But, yeah, it's just, you know, how this game runs, and they seem to be doing a good job at, you know, patching it up, you know, random lag spikes. What else? That cruise missile, that damn cruise missile, every time it comes down, it just lags the freaking shit out of everyone. They seem to be doing, you know, a good job fixing that too. But, you know, the positive things about the patch, people seem to be a lot more happy, except for me. This patch just kind of screwed me over, because a lot of the things I like to do, I can't do anymore. Fly little birds being one of them. Play infantry because of the DMRs. You know, DMRs seem to be the weapon of choice for every kit now, because they're so powerful, even though they were just really annoying before the patch, and now they're even more annoying. The 0 HP glitch really drives me crazy, because if it says you have 0 HP, you should die. That's just what I think. And it did that in Battlefield 3 too, and I was just like, oh god, not this anymore. Like, I mean, I loved Battlefield 3. I really loved Battlefield 3. It was fun and everything. But I don't know. Battlefield 4 was a good chance to, you know, regain some of their, or like not regain, but like get more people on it, because Battlefield 3 was such a groundbreaking game. And then Battlefield 4 had so many problems with it. Well, not like according to other people, but I didn't have a whole lot of problems with it, to be honest. So, I've been hearing so many people complain about how bad the game was running, and was like, well, that's your fault, because I'm running this game perfectly fine, and I'm just like having a good time playing Battlefield 4, and I'm just like, and all these people are having so much trouble with this game, and I'm just like, suckers. And it's like, yeah, that's your fault. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. It's just kind of funny. I mean, I was the only one who could actually play this game pretty decently. Or, like, actually, it was one of the best games I could run on my 660 Ti. Like, I could play this game on ultra textures with no anti-aliasing. Well over around 70 frames per second. Now, my 780 is not much different, even though I do play with 4x MSAA or something like that. So yeah, the 780 does run this game a whole lot better than the 660 Ti, obviously. Even though my 660 Ti was actually pretty comparable to the GTX 580, even though that one was a pretty buggy card as well. But, you know, still, I mean, if you compare the performance, if you squeeze all the bugs out of it, I mean, like, I heard, like, or like the heat, it didn't get as hot as the 580, but, you know, it ran just as good, if not a little better than the 580, so, or the 670, pretty close. But actually, compared to, you know, what other games I used to run, this game has definitely ran the best, and I'm not sure why. I mean, Frostbite 3 seems to be, you know, really supposedly really graphically intense, which it really isn't, because I'm pretty sure I think they just did a really good job coding this for PC. Like if you compare you know, what else, what games are for console? Grand Theft Auto. Say once that comes out for PC, and Rockstar Games is like, oh, we don't feel like making the full PC version, we're just gonna oh, speaking of that, Call of Duty Ghost, yeah, that game was definitely made for consoles and not PC. That's why it lags as shit. But you know, the PC version was created well before the consoles. They basically took a PC version, dumbed it down a whole bunch for the consoles, and then kind of just, you know, made it run really good. And I'm like the only one that could see that. But yeah, these patches just though, they're not good. I don't like them. We need to unpatch. They need to like patch on the patch, because the patch is a little overpowered, to be honest. At least I think so, because you know, a lot of things that a lot of people like doing, like flying little birds, playing infantry, is just kind of fucked up now because the damn patch just made everything stupid and pointless. I don't really know what else they fix other than the DMRs and the little birds, like how fast or slow it repairs now, and that's kind of annoying because you need engineers when you fly, or else you're gonna be really screwed. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the patch, guys. I will see you guys later, and if you stayed through the whole video, thank you. Please leave a like. I finally said that right this time. And I will see you guys later. Take it easy, everyone.